Hi. So yesterday I asked you to describe how you saw the squares to stairs pattern growing. And today we're going to talk about three different ways that I've heard students say that they see the pattern growing before. You might have seen the pattern growing in a completely different way. And if that's the case, I'll be really excited to read how you described the pattern growing so that I can add your ideas to this presentation to share with students in the future. But some people see the pattern growing in columns. So you can kind of see the red square is the square that's there for figure one. And that square is there for figure one, figure two, figure three, and figure four. You can see how it moves across. And some people see the pattern growing in columns. So then in figure two, there are two orange squares that get added in an up and down column. And then in figure three, there are three yellow squares that get added in an up and down column. And in figure four, there are four green squares that get added in an up and down column. So if you saw the pattern growing that way, then you could maybe think about what would figure five look like if you were trying to use colors to describe what figure five would look like. Okay, but some people see the pattern growing in columns. Other students see the pattern growing in rows. So rows go straight across. So again, you can see there's the one square in figure one. And then that pink square from figure one is at the top in figure two. And then two purple squares get added underneath it. And then three blue squares in figure three. And then four, I don't know what you would call that color, teal. Four teal squares get added in figure four. So again, you can think about if you see the pattern growing this way, then what would figure five look like? Where would you put the new squares and how would you color them? The third way that I've heard people say that they see the pattern growing is that they see the pattern growing diagonally. This is the way that I first saw the pattern growing, and when I had other students explain to me that they saw the pattern growing in rows and columns, I thought it was really interesting to see it that way. But this is the way that I saw the pattern growing. So you can see there's the one red square in figure one, and then you add two orange squares in figure two, and then you add three yellow squares in figure three, and you add four green squares in figure four. So like I said, these are just three ways that I've had students explain to me before that they see the pattern growing. So some people see the pattern growing in columns, some people see the pattern growing in rows, and some people see the pattern growing diagonally. I'm convinced that these three ways are not the only three ways that you might see the pattern growing. So if you saw the pattern growing in a different way, or if after seeing these three ideas, you now can see the pattern growing in a different way, I would be really interested to hear your thoughts about that also.